So, Christmas time is right around the corner. As far as it may seem, we're getting pretty close to that special time of year. And that's when we start having all the festivities, such as Christmas Day, where we open presents and give them to the whole family, or the feast afterwards. But how do you prepare? You don't know how to wrap a present. Well, no worries, because today I will be teaching you how to wrap that perfect gift. Okay, so you're going to want to start with your materials, which are wrapping paper, the gift itself, Scotch tape, and a pair of scissors. And so first thing you're going to want to do is lay out the wrapping paper and to the bit where you can actually put your box in and begin measuring, because the most important part of this is cutting to the right measurements so you have the perfect amount of wrapping paper. So how you're going to want to measure is, first of all, you, again, lay out the correct size paper, and you're going to want to take one side and lay it over the top of the box. And so you lay it over the top of the box, and then you want to go to the other side like that, to where it touches the bottom of the box, just as shown here. And then from there, you're going to have to count a couple spaces forward. If you have wrapping paper that has a grid, that is preferable for measuring. Otherwise, you might want to use a ruler or something of that sort. So you can see there, we count a bit forward, like 3 spaces. And then we know where to cut. And so we're going to cut upon that line. Once we've cut upon that line, we now need to measure the sides right here. And so first thing you're going to want to do for this is take your wrapping paper and fold it up against the side of the box to the point where it just about hits the top. So as you can see right here, just hits the edge right there, and now we know, and so now we know how much we need to do. So on the other side, we need to count how many spaces on the grid that we had on the same side as that. So that way, when we actually go to fold it and wrap it, it'll be the exact same on both sides, which will make our job a ton easier. So we counted 3 spaces right there. So we're going to want to lean over and count over a couple of spaces right there, the same amount, and then cut. So now that you've done that, you're ready to start wrapping. So first thing you're going to want to do is flip the box over. On the back is where we're going to do all our seams, so that way you don't see that. As you'll see, first thing we're going to do is make sure our measurements on the sides are correct again, so when we start folding, it's not going to mess up our measurements, so on the sides we wouldn't have any lopsided edges. So you take one side of the wrapping paper and fold it about halfway and put it right on the side of the box, and then you tape it, as you can see right there. And then the other side, you do the same thing, you tape it there, and preferably, if you want to keep your wrapping paper sustainable, you not only tape it there, but on the side right here and there. So now we're going to move on to the sides of the box. Probably the most important part, as this is seen as the hardest for some people. So what you're going to want to do is fold the top bit of the side down, and it makes 2 little wings on the sides, and you're then going to want to crease the wings to the point where they're straight edges, straight folds like that. And then you take one side, you take the wing and you fold it inwards towards the box, and you crease the bottom. So it makes this kind of trapezoid shape once you have both wings here. So here we are doing the other wing. And then once we do that, we'll just have this shape right here, which once you do from there is you fold the bottom upwards to where it touches the edge of the box like that. And then what you do is you tape that. So now you have something that looks like this, and you're going to want to do that on the other side like this. Just the exact same procedure, nothing really special there. But again, just fold the wings straight edges, and then fold them inwards onto the box. You see here, and then we do the other side, and then you're going to want to take the bottom fold and raise that up. Right here. Alright, now that we've taped it, we now have our box completely wrapped. What you're going to want to do is flip this over, and now you can actually accessorize however you please. You can use anything. This just adds that charm to your gift. For example, you can use a ribbon or a bow that you just use adhesive on the bottom. You can tie your own ribbon around, like basic knots, how you would tie your shoes almost. Or you could have something like this, where you again use the ribbon, but this time you have it hang off the side to again add the little charm. And then you could even add something like a couple stickers. If you don't want to have to do all that other stuff, you could do something like that. And so what we're going to do is do a simple bow just to add that final touch on it. And once you do that, your present is now complete. Dance.